I know you care about these things as much as I do.
No, nobody cares about anything as much as you do.
Downton Abbey 3 is officially on its way, with a confirmed 2025 release date and an all-star cast packed with fan favorites. Familiar faces like Hugh Bonneville, Elizabeth McGovern, Michelle Dockery, Phyllis Logan, Robert James Collier, Joanne Froggatt, Penelope Wilton, Leslie Nichol, Paul Giamatti, and Dominic West are all returning for this highly anticipated threequel. Hugh Bonneville teased what fans can expect, calling it the best version of the film series yet. He joked about the signature Downton drama, saying, "It's got the usual thrills and spills, in a very Downton way, which means spilling a teacup pretty much. Filming is wrapped, and with the excitement building, we're diving into everything we know about Downton Abbey 3, including how it serves as a great lasting tribute to the legendary Maggie Smith. So let's get into it. Let's start by talking about how Downton Abbey 3 will serve as a touching tribute to the legendary Dame Maggie Smith. You probably know her best as the sharp-tongued yet lovable Violet Crawley, a role she played throughout the series and both feature films. Sadly, Smith passed away at 89 in September 2024, making this upcoming film even more meaningful for fans. Hugh Bonneville recently shared how Downton Abbey 3 will honor her memory in a heartfelt way. The movie is set to be the final chapter in the Downton Abbey saga, bringing closure to the beloved characters. While specific plot details are still unknown, we do know that the film is scheduled for release in September 2025. In an interview with Virgin Radio UK, Bonneville, who plays Violet's son Robert, opened up about how the film will pay tribute to Smith's legacy. He described the movie as a proper send-off for the fans, emphasizing that it will bring closure to all the storylines and, in a particularly emotional moment, say farewell to Violet Crawley. He added, "We finished a third and I think probably final Downton Abbey film this summer, which will come out next September. That is a wonderful sort of closing off of all the stories, so it's a proper film for the fans. It's very much set in the house and saying goodbye to all these characters, and we obviously say goodbye to Dame Maggie, which was very poignant on screen and now in real life. She'll be sorely missed, but the final film will obviously be a great lasting tribute to her. The upcoming film is not just the end of the Downton Abbey story, it's also a chance to honor Dame Maggie Smith's incredible legacy. As the final installment, it allows fans to reflect on the journey of these beloved characters while preparing to say a bittersweet goodbye. Although Smith won't appear in the film, Violet Crawley's presence will likely be deeply felt throughout. Her absence could be a key part of the story, as the characters navigate life without her wisdom and sharp wit. It's possible that the movie will explore the impact she left behind, particularly on Robert, who may struggle with losing his mother while trying to uphold the values she instilled in him. Saying farewell to Violet, along with the rest of the Downton family, is bound to be an emotional experience for both the characters and the audience. The film promises to be a beautifully crafted final chapter, full of nostalgia, heartfelt moments, and a powerful tribute to a character and an actress who has meant so much to so many. Beyond Downton Abbey, Dame Maggie Smith has been a beloved presence in people's homes for years, whether as Violet Crawley or as the iconic Professor McGonagall in Harry Potter. Her influence on film and television is undeniable, and Downton Abbey 3 seems set to honor her in the most fitting way possible by giving fans a final, unforgettable goodbye. That said, since the Downton Abbey franchise has always been set in the early 20th century, it feels fitting to wrap things up at the end of that era. The story could easily continue from where a new era left off, but there's also a sense of closure as the series approaches its final chapter. Although we say goodbye to Maggie Smith's Lady Violet, there's a new energy in the Crawley family with Tom Branson's new wife, Lucy, and their baby joining the fold. On top of that, with Thomas Barrow stepping down as butler, we get Mr. Carson back to help train Andy Parker as his replacement. The most intriguing part, however, is how Downton Abbey 3 could play out against the backdrop of the 1930s, a time marked by economic struggles and the looming threat of World War II. The first season already touched on the early days of World War I, and it feels like a natural progression for the final film to explore the onset of World War II. Given that the franchise has always been rooted in the early 20th century, it makes perfect sense to bring the series to a close where that century itself ends. The mood on set for Downton Abbey 3 has definitely been bittersweet. Michelle Dockery, who's played Lady Mary Crawley from the start, recently opened up to MovieWeb about returning to the franchise for the final chapter, which hits theaters on September 12, 2025. She shared, "Well, I mean, going into this last one was like," and then paused, reflecting. "First of all, to do one film was incredible for us. To now look back and see we've done a series and 3 movies is just incredible. We would have never foreseen that." Dockery continued, saying that returning to the set felt just like home. "Going back into this one was like it always is. It is like stepping back into a family again, and we're all so close, and it's such a great atmosphere. To be going back to something that you're very familiar with, it's quite unusual actually, in a career, to go back to something that many times. But knowing it was the last created a different feeling, and actually made me really relish, every moment as much as possible. It's my home away from home, but it'll last forever." Dockery's emotional reflection on returning for Downton Abbey 3 speaks volumes about the significance of this final installment. The fact that she describes the experience as stepping back into a family highlights how deeply connected the cast is to the story and each other. For fans, this connection translates to a more heartfelt and emotional farewell, as the actors' genuine affection for their roles and the world of Downton Abbey will undoubtedly shine through. This bittersweet atmosphere on set also suggests that Downton Abbey 3 will carry a sense of nostalgia and closure, emphasizing the themes of family, legacy, and the passing of time. Given the movie will mark the end of an era, we can expect the film to reflect on the Crawleys' journey, offering both emotional and narrative closure. The cast's strong bond will make the farewells feel even more poignant, and this final chapter could serve as a tribute not just to the characters, but to the fans who have been with them through the years. Dockery's statement also hints at a sense of reverence for the project. Knowing this is the last time she'll play Lady Mary, there's a palpable sense of making every moment count, likely leading to a performance that feels particularly rich and thoughtful. The legacy of the series, with its rich history and beloved characters, will make Downton Abbey 3 more than just another film. It will be a lasting, meaningful conclusion to an era of television that has had a profound impact on its audience. With the bittersweet reality of it being the last film, Downton Abbey 3 is set to bring a satisfying emotional conclusion to the story arcs fans have followed for so long, while giving the cast and crew a chance to fully honor what they've created over the years. The intimate bond between the actors and the series will undoubtedly create a farewell that feels personal, deep, and resonant for viewers. And that's a wrap for today's video. If you want to stay in the loop with all the latest movie and TV show updates, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. I've got more on Downton Abbey 3 coming your way soon, plus news on all the other series and films you love. Stay tuned, and I'll catch you in the next one.